Gäste, liebe Freundinnen und Freunde der Kunst, liebe Künstlerinnen und Künstler, herzlich willkommen zur Eröffnung der Ausstellung Act of Change im Namen des Förderkreis Hochbunker Körnerstraße 101 e.V.
Dear friends, dear guests and dear artists, welcome to the opening night at the exhibition Act of Change, hosted by the Förderkreis Hochbunker Körnerstraße 101 e.V.
Wir fühlen uns mit unseren jüdischen Nachbarinnen und Nachbarn in Ehrenfeld und Köln tief verbunden, ebenso mit Jüdinnen und Juden in Israel und weltweit. Dass wir diesen Bunker heute als Ort der Erinnerung, als Raum für Kunst und Kultur nutzen dürfen, ist für sich genommen bereits ein Act of Change.
We feel a strong bond with our Jewish neighbors in Ehrenfeld and in Cologne, and our solidarity with Jewish people in Israel and around the world. This fact that we are using the bunker today as a place of remembrance and as a space for art and culture is already an act of change. Yes.
Act of Change, die Ausstellung, zeigt Werke von Künstlerinnen und Künstlern aus Deutschland und Israel. Doch die Ausstellung ist mehr als eine Präsentation zeitgenössischer Kunst. Sie ist ein Dialog über Grenzen hinweg, ein Ausdruck von Vielfalt und Kreativität und gegenseitigem Respekt. In einer Zeit, in der Verständnis und Offenheit wichtiger sind denn je, setzen diese Künstlerinnen und Künstler ein kraftvolles Zeichen: Kunst kann Menschen verbinden.
The exhibition Act of Change represents artworks from artists from Germany and Israel. But it's more than just an art exhibition. It is a conversation across borders, a sign of diversity, creativity and mutual respect. In our times where understanding and openness are more important than ever, these artists send a strong message. Art can bring people together.
Dear German and Israeli artists, Alexandra, Stefan, and distinguished guests, congratulations to all of you on the opening of our exhibition. The idea for this project was initiated by Stefan and me. First meeting was acquaintance with Doron Polak, the Israeli curator. That meeting marks the beginning of the first act of a change project at the Municipal Gallery of Givatayim in Tel Aviv metropolitan area. The process was altered following the criminal Hamas attack on Israel. We were all in shock and grief. 3 weeks after the tragic and horrific event, I decided in my heart to try to revive the project. Many artists wrote back explaining that they could not create because of the profound shock they were experiencing. Slowly, people gathered themselves and found the internal strength to return to artistic work. At the close of the exhibition in Israel, we began to organize the exhibition in Germany, here. From afar, we accompanied Stefan with great appreciation and love, witnessing how much he invested, how much incredible quality he brought to the project. And now here we are at the opening of the second exhibition of Act of Change, excited and proud to be creating together with all of you.
Das Projektformat Act of Change ist nicht nur eine Feier der Gegenwartskunst, sondern auch eine wirkliche Begegnung im Sinne der Freundschaft und eines konstruktiven Austausches. Ein herzlicher Dank gilt vor allem den Künstlerinnen und Künstlern, die mit ihren ausdrucksstarken und mehrdeutigen Werken dazu beigetragen haben, Nähe und Vertrauen zwischen uns und unseren Kulturen aufrechtzuerhalten. Wir danken im Namen der Künstlerinnen und Künstler der Bezirksvertretung Köln-Ehrenfeld, der israelischen Botschaft in Berlin, der Staatskanzlei des Ministerpräsidenten Nordrhein-Westfalen in Düsseldorf und Tel Aviv und dem Kulturamt Köln für ihre großzügige und würdigende Projektförderung und den Bunkervorstand, der uns hier mit den Kunstwerken zu Gast beherbergt.
The Act of Change project format is not only a celebration of contemporary art, but also real and encounter in the spirit of friendship and constructive exchange. Our heartfelt thanks go above all the artists who, with their expressive and ambiguous works, have helped to maintain closeness and trust between us and our cultures.
We would like to introduce the colleagues from Israel, and the idea was that we introduce them in front of their artworks. Edith Levy is a multidisciplinary artist, and she shows us here a combination of 2 drawings and a little video installation, and the theme is the correlation between human and nature. That's right. Anna, she has a theme, the possibility of the woman to give change in life, and another theme is a color red, and the color red, it stays for the vulnerability of person. It's like an open wound. The code red is a term for missile attacks to bring you in safety. Now, this picture is from a series of landscape in Galilee, and she chooses the symbol of a dolmen. You see the big stones, and they stay for stability, in opposite to the countryside, which is in a unstable, of course, of war. Yes. And here we continue with Jael Grinwald, and she shows us a picture which shows us the change, the act of change, in example of a family, and it's her own family in the house of her father, and he built this house and the family when he came back from World War II, and in this house there's also a great bibliothèque, and this bibliothèque is a symbol for a whole own world, and she's inspired all her life by this bibliothèque, and that is a short version to explain her artwork. And welcome to the exhibition. And now we continue with Igal Ben-Dor. He's here, and he shows us some masks, and the mask is a symbol for rituals in a lot of or in plenty of cultures in the world. But a mask can be a masquerade, but a mask can also be can also hide something what you don't want to show. And every time a mask, and anyway, a mask is every time a symbol for change, psychological or physical. Shira Moshkin. Here we stay in front of her artwork. These are photographies from a wedding, from a traditional wedding, but it's not. But it's a special wedding because while the wedding there were a missile attack, and they have to protect them, and they have to leave the wedding, but the wedding could be continued by wonder. So, and this is by a miracle, yes. So here we are looking for Yael Kama. It's you, okay. Welcome. And she shows us some fragile work, and I wrote in the description that it's a kind of work which never ends, or on the other side it ends, but it begins again. And now we continue with Suella. She shows us a real emotional artwork. It is the physical and psychological result of the brutality and inhuman attack to girls and women in a moment while they were at home celebrating a holiday with their family.
These two works are two of a series that are influenced by human cells.
By human
cells.
Cells, yes, okay. And now we are by the works of Shulamit, and this is her scene. We live in a world, in a very cruel world and time, and she wants to recognize the beauty and that's right, yes, and she wants to recognize the beautiful things, the beautiful landscape, the beautiful things of human being, and so she invited to escape in her pictures out from the world full of war and anything like that, to find freedom and to find peace in the pictures.
Was heißt es eigentlich, ein Foto schießen? Und ich nehme es tatsächlich wortwörtlich, also ich fange an zu schießen mit einer Pistole, mit einer Wasserpistole, die mit Entwickler gefüllt wird, um dann auf ein belichtetes Bild, auf ein Fotopapier, noch ein echtes, altes Fotopapier, um damit eigentlich mit dem Entwickler dann den Prozess des Fotoschießens bildlich darzustellen, als Prozess darzustellen, den ich in eine Performance umwandle.